So Titan Quest 2 just got shadow dropped into early access after the THQ Nordic showcase. And I got a code so I can check it out early. So if you're new here, my name is Adam. I mostly cover open world games and RPGs. And of course, Titan Quest is an old THQ property that was released, I believe, in 2006. I never played the original. The only way I even knew this game existed was because of the remakes that came to Switch and PS4, and it was something that has always been on my radar. So there was no better time for me to actually play a Titan Quest game. I've been loving what THQ Nordic are doing, bringing back and reviving their old franchise and bringing new entries into these series. Now this is in early access as a 20% launch discount until the 8th of July. They say here on the review sheet that it has approximately 20 hours of playtime, and I presume that includes absolutely everything from main and side quests. It has 4 masteries, which are essentially the game's main classes, loads of different active abilities and passive abilities. And before we actually jump into the game, just on early access games in general, I kind of have an aversion to say Kickstarter, because at the very end of the day, when you give somebody your money, you're not guaranteed anything, whereas at the very least, if you buy an early access game, yes, you understand what you're going into. You will probably get a load of bugs. You don't know how frequent the updates are going to be. They did say they want to get the updates out every 3 months, but again, we'll just have to wait and see if that's the truth or not. You will probably run into performance issues, and of course, you will start the game. You'll continue to play it. Maybe your save might get wiped in future updates. Hopefully it doesn't here. But when I sit down and I think of early access games, I just want to look at it as a foundation. So from the first hour or so of the game, I should be able to get a good grasp of that foundation to see if the game is super buggy, how it runs, and then also just the underlying systems, like will they eventually become something good? Is the voice acting good? Are the graphics good? How's the build variety? Can I see the building blocks of having good build variety here? And they're the sort of things that I will be looking out for in this video. So yeah, here's Titan Quest 2. It just got shadow dropped, and I just want to show off what sort of graphics I'm running on. Running on medium, 60 FPS, 1440p, FSR and performance mode. Just so the video doesn't look all choppy. I'm probably getting, I'm getting like 100 and something odd frames per second. So that's obviously always subjective. Now, Titan Quest is a series I don't really have any history with, and to be honest, I didn't really know that it existed until the remake came out on console, and I still haven't actually played it, but I would like to play it now that this is out. So yeah, we'll just go through and see what this is about. So you right click on things to attack. Yeah, right click to attack. Okay, cool. So yeah, the whole point of this video is to just be a chilled, laid back look at Titan Quest 2. I'm trying to channel my inner Total Biscuit with this kind of WTF is style video, because I think with this sort of early access stuff, you just want to show them off, because I think we all understand that with early access, it is this game on the little list, the review sheet I got, it's boasting 20-ish hours of content. It has, I think, 9 or 10 main missions, a lot of side missions, different classes, or whatever the game name for classes are in this. So there is a fair bit of content when it comes to Titan Quest 2's early access release. They do say that they plan on updating it every 3 months. Now again, you know, we can sit here and listen to what the developer is going to say, and we won't actually know if they will do it until they actually do it. So that will be something we'll see down the future, like down the line. It is getting a console release in its full release. They did say that it's going to come out in 2026. Hopefully the end of next year, give or take, and then I'll be able to play it on console. Because if I'm being honest, I actually prefer to play action RPGs on console. I just find a lot more relaxing, just sit back. And I think they've really managed to, like, they understand how to make these games work on a controller now ever since, like, Diablo 3. So it's not even like you're getting a worse experience playing it on a console. So let's talk to the first NPC here.
More dangerous every day. Its mad cult of worshippers keeps growing. It's time we hunted it down. Are you ready?
I am.
Good. But first, there's something I must show you. The time has come for you.
Okay, so everything is voiced, which is good to see.
Today we hunt the griffin, but before that, remember the shrine at the end of the beach? Let's go.
Okay, to the shrine at the end of the beach. Now, I do usually play sort of hunter / rogue kind of character, so I'll probably use this bow for the time being, because that's just how I like to play these games. See, here's a deep cut for any action RPG fan. So ever since I was a kid, I was a primarily handheld gamer because my brother would hog all the consoles, and I've always enjoyed these games. There was a game that we had on my PC when we were younger. I believe it was called Lionheart. I will flash it up on the screen. It's something like that anyway, Lionheart or whatever. And I fell in love with that game. I didn't know what I was doing, but something just clicked with me. And I actually have it sitting behind me here. There's a game, a PSP Sony published exclusive game called Untold Legends, and there's 2 of them on the PSP. And to my understanding, they're fairly primitive action RPGs, but I loved playing them on my PSP back in the day. And then there was also that one on the 3DS, published by Square Enix, I believe, called Heroes of Ruin. I only ever played that for a short while, but I don't know, there was just something cool about having a game like this on a handheld that was really novel back in the day. And I do actually owe a lot to those games, to the Untold Legends games, for my love of this series, or this genre, should I say. And it's the same with, like, Borderlands 1 was a massive moment for me in action RPGs, because before I had played the games like Untold Legends, and I believe, was Torchlight 1 out by then? I actually forget. I can't remember if I played that at the time before Borderlands 1. But Borderlands 1 and then later on Borderlands 2, they were like the first action RPGs that I was like, oh, I am losing hours upon hours killing enemies and doing quests and grinding this enemy to get this weapon or whatever. And it was just, they're just, when these games work, they just work really well. And that's what I'm always on the lookout with playing these new action RPGs, because I do feel like a lot of them do just fall into one another and they start to kind of feel a bit samey. So we'll see if that's the case with this game. Oh, ding, we leveled up. Let's see what the level up system is like. I don't know what kind of a system it's going for. So attribute base expands on primary attributes by clicking on the plus when hovering over them. High primary attributes allow you to wear more powerful equipment. They also scale secondary attributes. Okay, let's see. Core stats. Okay, so there are all my stats. Defensive stats. Okay. Description. Let's read this. Agility. Measure of your speed, finesse, supports light armor, medium armor, and fast weapons. I think that's probably what I would like to go for. Basic strike damage and fear. Okay, so agility, so that's the primary attribute. And agility increases fitness and cunning. So that's poison and lightning damage, which is probably what I want. Vigor does all of them. Increases your base health points. That's pretty normal. Might, heavy armor. Okay, yeah, don't really care about that. And knowledge, mage robes. I don't really like mages. Resolve, fire and cold damage. So I think we just go into one in agility and one in vigor. I guess you can't really go wrong with that. Now, is there anything deeper? Do I get... What are these masteries? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I have a dodge on spacebar. And 0 damage, quickly, dash. Okay, wearing light or medium armor grants increased dodge cooldown speed. I like that. Attack with your weapon, dealing 100% of the damage. On use, gain overwhelm while you have an overwhelm skill. Primary attack. Okay. Don't really know what this is trying to teach me. And that's primary attack, and that is also primary attack. Oh wait, whoa. Okay, wait. If I... okay, let's see. Let me make sure I am on the right weapon, because I want to equip my bow. So then we go back into C here, and we go into mastery. Oh, okay, here we go, here we go. Primary attack. Okay, so I just want to... so I upgrade this, and then I can put 2 modifiers on it. Okay. Projectiles penetrate. Ailment. Deals 10% weapon damage as extra vitality damage. On hits slows enemy. That's melee only. Flow. Okay, I think that volley one is probably good. Oh, so that takes up... Alright, I see. So now that takes up 2 nodes on it. And I have this fully leveled up. Can I just remove that? I can. And then I can put... Oh, okay, so we'll do 1 for projectile. And 1 for vitality drain. We'll just go for the most damage for now. Okay, I see. I see what's going on there. Where do I get my abilities from? Again, there's probably some Titan Quest veterans watching this and they know exactly how the level up system and whatnot is used, but I don't know that, so I'll understand as I go along. Now, I'm not sure if I'm actually dealing much damage. Do I not have penetration on this, or do I have the wrong? So that's primary attack 2. Okay, so let me go back in here. I see. So I can't upgrade into that. Oh, so wait, can I have 2 different primary attacks equipped? Is that how this is doing? Like, maybe I spec one into multi-target or something? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Ah, yeah. Now it's okay. Now the projectiles are penetrate. That's good. Yeah, I keep using potions by accident. I think I will swap the movement because ooh, we got a blue. Because in the options here, I can change. You can change the movement. Where is it? Controls. Input device. So you could do left mouse button or no, apply that, or the keys. I find that just easier to play. And then just with dodging, I just think left click movement and dodging is just a bit strange. Oh, and now attack is left click. I see what's going on. It is pretty interesting because in the review doc that I got with it, there was a question like why early access? And it is interesting that a lot of action RPGs go down that route. And I guess it's all just a pure balancing thing because, I mean, you could try your best to balance a game, but until it's in a lot of players' hands, you won't be able to figure out what is and isn't balanced. And that is one thing that's really important with these games. Like, in the past couple of years, I did it. Well, I'm currently working on a deep dive of Borderlands 2. That will be out before Borderlands 4. And a couple of years ago, I did a deep dive on Borderlands 3. And the thing is with Borderlands 3 is that they absolutely fecked the loot economy in that game because they gave you way too much. Like, by the time you're level 30, you have an inventory full of golds. And it kind of diminishes everything because then that means that every single upgrade that you get or every single weapon that you get from a quest, if it's not a gold, it's essentially useless because you already have this crazy unique weapon that's, I don't know, like a throwback to Doom or Quake or whatever, because there is a weapon like that and it's actually really cool. But then I was playing Borderlands 2, and I think one of the things I will say about that is that the loot economy is actually probably too strict, where a lot of the time you're reliant on quest rewards for good weapons, and that would be fine if there were more frequent quest rewards with like unique weapons and stuff. But Borderlands 2 actually doesn't really have that many great unique weapons that you get from quests, because it's probably like 1 in every 15 quests you will get something that's actually useful, and then the rest you'll just get some random green that is totally useless. So it's almost like Borderlands 3 was a complete overcorrection from 2. So that's what I'm looking for in 4, and hopefully they fix that. But again, that's a massive thing just with action RPGs in general, which I guess is a big reason why you would do this in early access, because then you can design this alongside the players who have it in their hands and are like, oh, I just played the game for 20 hours and I only have one unique weapon or something, and then you can start tweaking it. So, oh, okay, so here we go. This is what I was looking for. Your specialization. Now, it says Mastery 1, so I wonder if you can dual specialize at one point. I presume I go with Rogue. Rogues are masters of precision, preparation, and evasion. They strike at their enemy's weakness and utilize poisons. Yeah, so that's what I want. Storm. So that's just a Storm Mage. That's obviously, you know, some form of a warrior. And that is an Earth Mage, maybe Earth and Fire. And that's Storm and... Okay. Yeah, so I want to go down the Rogue Mastery. Level up active skills by clicking their respective plus items. Spend passive points. Okay. Okay, so I have this now, barrier. Create a barrier around you that absorbs damage and decays over time. Okay. So that's good to have. You just pop that down there. You know, I want ranged. Let us see here. Attack speed is probably the one that I want. Okay, so there's some thing called flow. I think we'll go with the attack speed first. That's just a safe one, I think. And then we'll go with an actual active ability. Throw a hidden blade. Yeah, we'll just go with that one. Why can't I add a point to that? Can I only go down one side? Oh, these are active points. These are passive points. Okay, I understand. Well, then I'll just go more damage. So I need to get more passive points. Or active points, should I say. Okay, so there is a fair bit going on here. Okay, it doesn't last for too long. Okay, let's level up again. Guess, do you know what? I'll put 2 into agility. And I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do, but sure. We'll figure that out. I guess a dodge increase would probably be good as well. Distance, speed, celerity, and dash attack. After use, gain 20%. Yeah, okay, yeah, that is actually very useful for us. I'll actually do 2 here. I'll put 2 into dash attack. And I think we'll be alright there. Now, I have more passive points. How do I get the active points? I didn't read that tooltip, and I should have. Oh no, this is interesting. Not every quest location or encounter is marked. Explore, pay attention to the environment, to talk to NPCs, to discover new locations. I like that. See, there's a lot of the times games can get frustrating when they don't lead you to where you need to go. But every now and again, if the game does it really well, which again, I don't know if this does, it's great. And 2, like, every so often, you want a game that won't completely hold your hand. Like, earlier on in the year, I played that game, Atomfall. Now, it has some problems. I don't think the AI is very good. The enemy variety is a bit annoying. Like, it has problems. But one thing it got right was that sense of, we are not going to tell you anything and you have to figure everything out. And there's another game coming out later on in the year called Hell Is Us. And that looks like it's going to be another one of them games. So I am excited to try that. But there is something very cool when games do that. Okay, so is this an example of just exploring and finding something here? Linen armbands.
Damn it! Will someone get me out of this corpse's bag?
Oh.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, he's in a jar.
Yes, I'm stuck in this jar. No, you can't open it. But you can take me to the Shrine of Hermes in the cave southwest of here, so that craven cur can fix this.
Okay. Guess we'll go to the cave southwest of here, so. I presume it's down this path. Let's see, oh yeah. Oh, okay, so dodging with the damage boost makes a big difference. Health automatically regens, doesn't it? Okay, give me something good. Give me a good bow. That's all I want. A ring. Ah, +1 weapon piercing damage. I'll take that. That just automatically equip repository. Oh, okay. So there we go. There's like all the quest items. Okay. So if you are still watching to this point, I have a question for you. What is your favorite isometric action RPG? Because over the years, I've played a fair few of them. Now, I haven't really touched... I played a small bit of Path of Exile. I haven't played Path of Exile 2 yet. I'm going to wait until it's fully out. But honestly, I think my favorite one, and it's because it was one of the earliest ones that I really, really fell in love with, is Torchlight 2. I really liked the art style. The music in it was fantastic. And... I don't know, I think it was also like a time and a place because I had a friend that I was playing it with. And we just played it like endlessly on Steam. I remember I think I pre-purchased Torchlight 2 because it came with a copy of Torchlight 1 as well. And I'm pretty sure Torchlight 2 got delayed a lot, so I was waiting. I think it was supposed to come out in the summer. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Torchlight 2 was supposed to come out the summer of 2012, and it just kept getting delayed. And I think it then came out in and around the same time as Borderlands 2. So that was like a span of 3 or 4 months for me where I literally just played those 2 action RPGs, and oh, that was a time to be alive. Like, I was 14 at the time, and that was just a great time. Very formative. I think that's what I owe a lot of these styles of games. Like, I owe a lot to these sort of games for that. And just PC gaming in general, because around this time of like Torchlight 2 and Borderlands and all that, when they came out, that was when I was really getting into the gaming industry. I was watching a lot of Total Biscuit. I was going back and playing games like Deus Ex, and I was just understanding games a bit better.
Go on.
So that span of like 2010 to like 2014, I look back on very, very fondly for many reasons, and getting into action RPGs is one of those reasons. Properly. Okay, so we're at here with the jar. Is this going to spawn a boss, I wonder? Let's see.
I suppose you're expecting a reward now. Fine. Now get out of here. Your job is done.
Oh, I get a sword. Oh, and it's a gold. Well, that's a rare. I think the tier system is a bit different here. Do you know what? We'll just grab all this. I want to have my... Since a bow is going to be like my main thing, I'll do a bow and a dagger.
All right, brother. You've had your fun. Let me out of this jar so
Yeah, I knew.
Please? Hermes? Hermes?
She zoomed in. This is on medium graphics. This looks really good. Really sharp. Now, obviously, it's zoomed in. When you zoom out, you can see the sort of... the artifacting from the FSR. But yeah, this looks very, very highly detailed. And again, this is on medium graphics. So keep that in mind. Hey, another level. See, I feel like when I do videos like this, I should really start like northern line it up and just start talking about random shit that has absolutely no relevance to the actual game or whatever. Well, that's not throwing any shade on northern line. I love me some northern line. Okay, poison resistance probably isn't too useful right now. But I'm a waffler, but I don't think I'm as much... I can waffle the same way he can. Oh yeah, let's use the ability. Okay, it's powerful. It's interesting having him on QWERTY instead of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh my, what the... I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen. This is in early access. I'm really not sure if that was supposed to happen. I'm scared. What the hell? I guess I'll just pick up a full set of armor and then just go. I mean, I don't want to just pick up everything. Okay, the +1 piercing damage. Is there any like boots or anything I can... I think... Oh, that's all heavy, 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 light. Okay. That was interesting. See, I wonder how crazy this gets. Because I tried to play Diablo 2 Resurrected. And let me know what you think about that game, because obviously I think if you grew up in that era, you probably love that game. But after playing the likes of Diablo 3, 4, Torchlight 2, those kind of games that are a bit more frantic and hectic, and there's loads of enemies and there's numbers, you know, it's very satisfying. And then Torchlight or Diablo 2 Resurrected comes out, and obviously it's an older action RPG. It's extremely influential. It's, you know, you can't deny that from that aspect. But when you play it now after coming off the back of those other ones, I'm like, oh, this is quite primitive, and it's slower, and it's not as hectic, and it doesn't set off those brain synapses that I think we all love about these action RPGs. So let me know what you think of Diablo 2. Maybe I should go back and play it at some point and properly give it a go. I mean, I played it for a good 10 or 15 hours, I think, across multiple different characters. The atmosphere, I will say, the atmosphere of Diablo 2, top notch. because that's one thing I think they got wrong with Diablo 3, which is something I didn't understand until I played Diablo 2. Because Diablo 3 was just too colorful. Just didn't have the same feel. Okay, so that looks like it's the way to go. Now, is there a place where I can go to sell some stuff first? Oh, there's the griffin. That's cool. I like that. I'm not sure if I'm high enough level to be able to fight the griffin, though. That's the only thing. Okay, let's see. Let's use the portal. I presume the portal will take me back to... Oh, so I can travel. Okay, I like that. I can go wherever I want, and then hopefully the portal should stay. See? Because I don't want to have to retrace my steps. It looks like I can click on it. Oh, yeah, okay. I can still. I just want to sell some stuff. Or sell everything, essentially. Yeah, sell. See, and this is the problem with PC gaming, and, you know, if someone's like, oh, do you recommend playing this game now? Or should I buy it in early access? My initial reaction is like, oh yeah, if this does have like the 20 hours gameplay, this is cool. Very, very interesting. Seems like a very well made game. I think I'll buy some potions, will I? But the problem with it... Oh crap. Just bought a ring and didn't mean to buy that. Anyway, the problem with it is that this game is all over the place performance-wise. Now, I'm recording, but there was times where I was getting 100 FPS. Now I'm getting 40 FPS. You can see it up the top right there. I kept that on deliberately just in case people are interested. So it's kind of hard. It's really difficult to know if it's because I'm playing off the same PC. Obviously, that's going to take up a lot of performance and whatnot. Or is it just specifically my specs? Or is it this, that, and the other? I don't know. I know you used to be way more knowledgeable on PC games, PC ports, and PC components and all that back in the day. Because for a stretch of 5 or 6 years, I was a solely PC gamer, so I understood it a lot better. But now I'm not in a good enough position to be able to make that judgment myself nowadays. Like, I still know more than your average bear about PC games and specs and all that, but not enough to sit here and, you know, actually have a conversation about it in this kind of a context. Because, I don't know, when you're playing with other people's money or giving people recommendations, you have to be careful about it and thoughtful. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm in the village. I guess I'm gonna fight the first boss now.
The houses! There are people still trapped inside.
Oh, so these are a cult of people that worship. Oh, I was right clicking there. I was wondering why they died so quickly. Okay, I'm still a good bit off another level up. The mana regens very quickly as well, which again I like. I think everything should go towards making these feel as chaotic as possible. It's still just the exact same boat. Thought maybe that barrel would explode. I don't know why I thought it would, but... Well, I mean, I know why I thought it would, because it was a red barrel. And hundreds and... Well, I was going to say hundreds of years. I'm only 27. 27 years of playing games, you know? Teaches you. Red barrel means it's going to blow up. So we can get 2 masteries. Okay. This is interesting. So then I guess, do I want to go into something a bit more, like, let's see. Because that would all be melee attacks. Oh no, that's a projectile. Nah, I reckon we go like fire or something. Let's see. Spell. Like, that's a fireball. You can't go wrong with fireballs. Maximum energy as well. And then this would be spell damage and cast speed, energy regeneration, call down lightning, ice shards. Nah, let's do the ice and lightning. That one's... yeah. Ice and lightning it is. Okay, so I'm an ice and lightning or archer. That's pretty cool. Spell damage and cast speed and energy. Yeah. I think the increased energy is really important at the start. And let's call down lightning as well. That just sounds fun. Okay, so the performance is actually getting really bad here. Like, as you can see, it's sub 30 FPS consistently. And if I zoom in, it's still only getting 34. Now, I'm going to sound like I know stuff about PCs here. I really don't. Maybe it's like a memory leak thing or whatever you want to call it, where I know there is a problem where sometimes if you run a game for X amount of time, the performance can get worse over time. So I'm going to just do a quick restart and see if that fixes it. So let's see. Okay, well, first of all, I probably should have known this, but loading back in takes me back to the last town I was in. It is hopefully going to run a bit smoother. We shall see. Let's go back to the upper cliffs where I was. And let us see. See, this is the reason this is early access and you don't know what's causing it, but like, this is the reason why when people say just buy it on console or just play it on PC or whatever, this is why. Because I guess maybe it was a memory leak thing, because look, I'm getting 68 FPS. I'm in the exact same spot. I'm zoomed out. I'm getting sometimes closer to 80 FPS. So what is the reasoning for that? I don't know. Someone who understands PC specs and whatnot might be able to help me out there. Well, actually, no. I'm in a spot slightly before that, so we'll see. Let's just kill these enemies. I was right around here, and it started to tank once these griffins kind of came down from here. Okay, well, it's already... okay, yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know. PC gaming, not for me. It used to be, but it's no longer for me. Especially now that 60 FPS is the standard on, like, PlayStation. Fair enough, some games might look ugly at 60 FPS, but at the very end of the day, you just go into the menu, change the performance mode, and Bob's your uncle. And most of the time, it's fine. It'll do the job. Certain games, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, looked mighty ugly in performance mode. And that was the first game that I actually played on quality because the performance or the visuals were actually that bad. Another weapon that I can't use. That's annoying. I should have actually sold stuff. That would have been smart when I was back in the town. I know I could just use a portal, but... okay, if we move over to this camp, this isn't the way to go, but if I move over here, I will probably get enough XP to level up. Which might make the difference fighting the griffin. There's the griffin.
Well, if it isn't the hero of Proti Village. Come to bask in my presence, have you?
Yes.
Be warned, my servants were weak, but I am as terrible as I am beautiful.
I will say, voice acting, very strong. Okay, we gotta lock in here. Oh, okay. Bit of dodging to do. Dodge out of the way. Throw up the barrier. Oh, I was gonna say I'm doing a hitless run. Okay, so that means he's... ah, no, I dodged the wrong time. Oh. Yeah, I'm actually not doing too well here. I started off really well. I should just be able to get him. Oh, kill him. There we go. Or her. The Scourge of Proti Island. Oh, yeah. Okay, this... I know it looks like I'm getting a lot of stuff, but they're I just see the gold. I'm like, oh my god, it's giving me lots. I think they're the equivalent of purple. You have earned divinity points. Use them to increase the power of your masteries. Okay. Oh wait, I forgot I can upgrade. Okay, there's a lot to the upgrade in here. Ah, I see. Okay. What does that like? Do I actually get anything on like passive bonuses on top of that? Let's see what I got. Nothing. Heavy armor, like nothing I can actually use. Oh, that's annoying. So there we have essentially the prologue, I guess, of Titan Quest 2 done. And honestly, from this first hour, I think this game is in a great state. I can already see that there's going to be loads of different build variety with having 2 different masteries and adding different things. So maybe I want to go down a crit build here or build up rage or whatever the different mechanics that I haven't fully grasped yet, but I will as I go further into the game. So I opened the video with a bit of a spiel on early access games and just sort of trying to get a grasp of that underlying foundation and seeing, is this a game in its current state? Could I recommend you buy it? Now again, it's only the first hour, but there was no bugs. Performance issues were fairly apparent, as you can see. I had to quit out of the game. At some points it was running at like 25 FPS, but then the second I quit out the game and restarted it, it was then running again at 60, 70, nearly 80 FPS. Now obviously I am still recording on the same PC and I don't have an absolutely monster powerful PC. It's good, but it's not a super powerful one. And just in the past year, I've gotten codes for early access games that I started it up and within the first 10 or 15 minutes, I thought to myself, this is not in a good spot. It's not running well on my PC, even though it should. It's really buggy. It genuinely, regardless of what graphic settings I run it on, I'm still getting 15 or 20 FPS. It happened with Greedfall 2. That game just didn't run whatsoever on my PC. And then there was another game that I got, I believe, earlier on the year called Dragonkin. It's another action RPG. I actually need to go back to it now that it's gotten a lot of updates. But that was another game that was just in such a weird state when I launched it up that I thought, I don't even really want to play this anymore. But the second I launched up Titan Quest 2, it ran at an acceptable level. I didn't run into any bugs. And I can see that this is going to be a very, very fun action RPG. And I am really looking forward to the full release now. When it comes to these early access games, I've played the first hour. I will probably play another 4 or 5 hours, maybe do an updated video or just stream it just to show off what the game looks like a bit later on and does it get really hectic and all this sort of stuff. But usually that's where I leave it. I get a feel for the game and then I put it down and I wait for the full release because I don't want to put, say, 15 or 20 hours into this game only to have to do it again when the next update comes out and then the next update and then when the full game launches. I like to preserve as much of the original experience for the full game release because there's nothing better than waking up excited for a new game. You sit down and you start it up and you're playing it and a lot of it feels new because when Titan Quest 2 comes out, I will certainly be there to play it, especially on the console because I much prefer to play these games on console. But it would be great to not play too much of it so that when I start it up on PS5 next year or whenever it's going to come out, I will have a mostly new experience. So that will be my plan with Titan Quest 2. So let me know if you bought it, what you think, how's it running on your PC? Are you interested in it? What's your experience with the original Titan Quest? Also, should I go back and play the PS4 version of Titan Quest? Is it a good version? I don't know. So yeah, answer all them questions. I appreciate everybody watching. These are non-brain rot videos. I mean, none of my videos are brain rot videos, but I want to capture some of that. I want to just be calm and chill. We just sit down, we just play a game, we have a look at it, we decipher things, we talk about how this system works into this system, talk about memories of different games and the reason why I got into action RPGs. These are the kinds of videos that I want to make. So I hope you do enjoy this. There was a decent response to the other one of Ash and Fire. So thank you very much for watching and don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.